Hello everybody, I'm so glad you are here. My channel is all about art journal, mixed media painting, collage, assemblage and anything else that sparks my interest. In case you don't know me, I'm Bea Grob and I love to inspire you. Hey everybody, welcome back, it's me again. You know me by now I guess, and if you're new here, well, I'm glad you're here. As you could hear from the intro, I do a lot of different things, and today I was thinking I'm gonna repurpose those cradle boards. You probably can see it a little bit. It has already a lot of texture from the stuff I did take away. That's what I do sometimes. I just get rid of my previous works by reusing those things. Anyway, today I was thinking I'm gonna play with a lot of collage, but I also have some modeling paste here, and I have one of my homemade stencils. Those are my own papers, and that's a napkin, and that's a scrapbook paper which I want to use. I'm not sure yet if this video only gonna be about how I make my backgrounds. I want later on to paint faces, girls, I don't know what. So maybe it's a two-part video, I don't know yet, depending on how long I have the feeling I need to play until I'm happy. I can talk today. Anyway, with no further ado, I'm gonna jump in, and I'm probably gonna do some voiceover afterwards, because a lot of those parts are gonna speed up, but I want to let you know what I have used and maybe some thoughts behind it, whatever, we'll see. Anyway, let's start with some gel and some papers, shall we? Okay, here we go. You can see me ripping up my papers into little pieces, and later on I'm gonna use the gel mat to attach my pieces. You could use instead like Mod Podge or whatever you have on hand. Anyway, while you are watching me doing my collage pieces here, I want to talk about 2021. I decided to step back a little bit from YouTube, but I want to intensify my class work. So I'm working on different classes, and maybe some of you know I also have the mixed media and more on Monday over. That's a second blog and a paid membership blog. So I want to take a little bit more time to do their work too. And as I said, I want to do classes. I have already a class going on between Christmas and 2nd of January. You can check it out over on my webpage if you like. It's about making a journal, making something from nothing or trash to treasure. I like those kind of projects, but I just need a little bit more time. And I also do paintings for shows and exhibition. Also this year I didn't have, except one in spring, I didn't have any show, but I really want to work a little bit more seriously as an artist with my girls and my abstract painting. That are my plans so far. You know, plans can change. There is the saying here, we make plans but life decides different, something like along those lines. Anyway, that's the reason why I want to stop my Wednesday videos. I know you enjoyed those Wednesday videos most of the time. Not every video is perfect, I'm totally aware of that. But it's just too much stress sometimes for me to think about what could I do for quick videos, for fun videos, for entertaining videos, or videos which you actually can learn something. So if you're really interested in my work, I really recommend check out my website, maybe even subscribe to the newsletter over at my blog, so you get a notification when I have new classes available. As a little consolation, I'm still gonna do those little short videos for Instagram, which I'm gonna continue also on the YouTube channel, usually on Sundays. That's when I do my Instagram thingies. Now back to what happens on the screen here. You have seen me earlier a little bit that I did split the scrapbook papers. Some papers can be splitted easily to get them a little bit thinner, which this time I was really lucky. Some just don't work, but if I can split them up and have them a little thinner, I really like to do that. At the moment I'm using old German dictionary pages just to add a little bit more texture to my background. Now for the napkins, I usually use a liquid medium, and I prefer Liquitex matte medium, but again, that's up to you. I find it easier with the liquid medium. I just place my napkin and then pour the medium on top and spread it out. Those napkins are so thin, the medium just soaks through. And by the way, in case you are wondering, I did speed up those parts of the video 4 times. I don't work that quick. Before I can go on with mark making, I have to make sure that it is dry, and I'm using a heat tool. Now here you see me using those Stabilo Woody, which are a waxy creamy pencil, just making some marks without any thought, just playing. Now next I'm gonna use my lightweight modeling paste with one of my own stencils and a spatula. This modeling paste gonna be white when it is dry and slightly glossy. Now with the modeling paste I do plan a little bit ahead so that I don't place it where I have afterwards to draw and paint faces or whatnot. I don't need to make my life more complicated than necessary, so drawing and painting over those erased areas isn't that easy. Now again, I did use the heat tool before I go on with stamping. I do use my own stamps, which are, by the way, available on my website too. And I use a permanent ink. I happen to have StazOn, but any permanent ink is okay. I mean, if you don't mind smearing this ink afterwards, you can use even a non-permanent ink. That's absolutely up to you. Next, it is time for some acrylic ink. I did spritz, as you have seen, with some water, and I do have a catch paper underneath, and just playing with those different inks, and especially if you watch the area where the roses are, the ink just goes into those grooves. I like that effect. So yeah. Again, after cleaning up my mess, I did dry it with the heat tool, and now it's time for some acrylic paint. You can see I did use a Titan white and a neon or fluorescent or pink to start with, but I know I want to use some yellow too. That's what you see doing me now. I just wanted fresh, bright colors. At this stage I'm still just playing with colors. I'm not too concerned about the outcome. I'm not concerned about what I'm gonna paint on. I'm just having fun with paint. Now I want to have a more translucent color, so I add to my turquoise and the white some glazing medium. Sometimes I use that from gold, and this time it is from Amsterdam. Glazing medium is just to have a more transparent color while still having enough polymer to cling to the canvas. That's sometimes a better solution than just water. process I have to work rather quickly, so I do apply my paint, but then I'm gonna grab a kitchen roll paper just to pull off some of the paint again so that my background colors can peek through. And that has to be done while the paint is still fairly wet. At the same time I'm doing my sides also. Those gonna be just plain, this turquoise color, nothing special. Sometimes I have just solid colors and sometimes I carry on the patterns from the top of the canvas. That's totally different depending on my mood also a little bit. I'm pretty much done for the background of both of my canvases. And yes, I like to work in series. It just helps me to get more into flow. There is a certain state of mind I need to do my paintings. Not so much the background, but the final focal elements. But I still have a lot of paint left, so what I do, I grab one of my art journals and just slap it on some pages. That's gonna be a background for another art journal page pretty soon. That was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Now, if you want to see how I paint the faces, well, that's gonna be over next week on my blog, Mix Media and More on Monday. I hope to see you there.